Rodgers now on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, that'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. But they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, you look at this offense, the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
Purdy to throw it on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Second down, here's Purdy to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Here's Greg Joseph now to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Joseph's got it. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They won at 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Joseph now to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Now it's Peterson. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. But what's going to be the final play of this first quarter? 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I would say it might be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Packers' 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Cook. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Dalvin Cook turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 36, Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
It cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had 1st-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Purdy. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They only needed that 1 yard going for it on 4th. I got to be honest, I thought they were going to stay on the ground. They surprised me. Did they surprise you?
I'm with you on that one. I thought they'd find a way to create some type of a power run and try and pick up the first down, but they decided keep the ball in the hands of the guy who could throw it, and it paid off.
Yeah, the decision paid off indeed.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, another shot for Jones.
And that one blown up quickly. Well, he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Purdy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Vikings!
Jalen Reagor,
As the first half is winding down.
and the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Purdy. Hauled in over the middle by Reagor.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Purdy from the gun.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to throw, Purdy.
He'll rifle this one deep right side, and it is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Reagor with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch at the 1-yard line. Major mistake. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, it's Cook. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Hard throw, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on a first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Alan Lazard from 19 yards away. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 56 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take over at their own 41.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Rodgers. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Rodgers to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays. Hard to move it.
And this pass broke him up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Purdy's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here's Purdy.
Setting up the screen for Cook. Touchdown!
Dalvin Cook.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
On play action, now Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Christian Watson.
74 yards.
And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're allowing it stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And Cook has it, left side. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Crosby with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And his kick is indeed good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.
Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm, make making hits with Hit Boy. All he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void.
Your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look